And joining us now, great to catch up with her once again, Jana Davidson with the Progressive Agriculture Foundation. Jana, good to talk with you. How are you?
I'm doing great, Jesse. It's so great to catch up. How are you doing?
I am doing good. I'm doing good. I know it's been a little while. We've both been really busy, and I know you guys have been out on the road with the foundation at different farm shows and safety days, etc. And so it's great to have some time to catch up. But we think about where we're at in this time of year. There's a lot of things going on that we have to remind ourselves on the safety front. I think harvest, but also I think about this being National Pedestrian Safety Month.
Yeah.
That's an interesting topic, Jana. To fill me in a little bit.
Sure. So, yes, October is now celebrated as National Pedestrian Safety Month. And I think it's really important for all of us to really take safety in our own hands. I think some of us, maybe if we are pedestrians, we are assuming that those that are driving vehicles are going to be safe and looking out for us. But as pedestrians, we need to also take safety in our own hands and be aware, be alert, be visible. That's like the most important thing. So I thought, what a perfect time with we're getting ready to celebrate the Halloween holiday. It's
Mhm.
going to get darker earlier. I don't love that fact, but if we're out and about trying to take in some of these last nice days of fall, I think the weather's supposed to be getting a little bit nicer here soon. So we might be out taking a walk ourselves, walking our pets, and we just need to be cautious because as it gets darker and as we get busier, sometimes we're all not alert. So we really need to all take safety in our own hands and when it comes to pedestrian safety. So just a couple
Mhm.
tips if folks are listening in and wondering why this is so important.
Yeah.
According to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, a pedestrian was killed every 81 minutes and a pedestrian was injured every 10 minutes in crashes. And this is from 2020 data. So that's quite a few. So it's very, very important.
Well, I think as well, you brought up Halloween. That's top of mind. We're right at the Halloween holiday. Our kids, they're going to be out trick or treating. And I know there's a whole host of things that we need to remember for our kids to be safe, especially with them out later and in the evening. So, safety around the roads, safety with their candy in general. I mean, there's so many things to think about here, Jana.
I agree. And I've noticed, I think, since things are opening up now or they're open back up for maybe the last few years, Halloween holiday looked a little different. Harvest agritourism sites looked a little different, but there's so many things for kids to do now, from the haunted houses. There's a haunted scavenger hunt happening in my community this weekend, so that's going to mean little ones are out running around in the dark. And there's so many other opportunities in addition to just trick-or-treating, but we really need to start with making sure our little ones are safe, and the best way there is for them to be visible, be aware. So just a couple tips here that I have, and related to getting ready for Halloween. And again, this can also touch on if kids are going out right now, again, participating in some of those other activities. Always make sure kids have on some sort of reflective clothing. They can wear reflectors. There's, as you're getting ready to plan that their trick or treat, their costume. Think about how you can add to that, whether it's reflective tape or other things, even their treat bag. This was actually a station. We just had our safety day last month, and this was a station we talked about with the kids and showed them different costumes. What do you think will be more visible? Some have that reflectivity built right in. Others you have to add to it. So we really need to make
Mhm.
it more visible. Encourage your kids to carry a flashlight or glow stick, again, since it's getting darker out early, and we want them to be visible, and also for them to be aware of their surroundings in the dark.
Mhm.
When trick-or-treating, kids are so excited going to one house to the other to get that candy, but it's important to remember to walk, don't run. We don't want to end up with a slip, trip, or fall, and end up in the hospital instead of home going through and enjoying that candy and those little treats that we get. Encourage children whenever possible to stay on the sidewalks. Again, this goes for us adults too, and be on the lookout for cars, and follow those traffic signals. Don't ignore those. And always look left, look right, look left again. That's something that you always want to practice. And always have children make eye contact with the driver. This is also important, when we think in relation to farming too, because when our operators are in that large equipment, when you're on the ground, it's very hard to be visible. And I think kids often think, oh, they can see us, we can see them, but that's not always the case. And that's the same in the car. So always try to make sure you have the eye contact going. Teach children never to dart across parked cars or go between cars. You never know when cars might be pulling out. So that's also very important. There's a lot of incidents that happen when you least expect it. If your community's putting out the trick or treat guidelines. So a lot of communities right now are telling you when those trick or treat hours will be. Follow those, because the community, your neighborhood is expecting children during that time. So they're going to be ready. They're going to have the lights on, until maybe they run out of candy, but they're going to be on alert. And then after those hours, people might be going back home or going to different locations, and they're not expecting children to be out. So, it is really important that you do follow those guidelines in that time frame, because that's when incidents can occur, maybe after those hours, when people are assuming children aren't out. And then the last thing, with all the excitement we've mentioned, the children, they might forget to practice safety guidelines. We might talk to them about it, but they're anxious to get that candy and go around and show off their costume. So, if children are out and about and they're 12 and under, it's really important to have that adult supervision, just that extra safety layer, just to make sure they are following the rules, and you're there to step in if they are in danger.
Well, fantastic thoughts there, Jana, for sure. Another thing we need to think about also, it is harvest season. We are towards maybe the tail end of harvest here, but obviously we want to make sure we stay safe as we're out on the roadway driving, slow moving vehicles, you name it. It's a busy time of year in agriculture, isn't it?
It certainly is. And so it also, not only do we have harvest still happening, all over, buses are out and about. I think they
Mhm.
25 million children each year get on a school bus every day. And, they're moving slow. We might have our equipment out on the road, rural roadways moving slow. So we just need to take that extra caution. Again, it's getting darker earlier. So we need to slow down, give ourselves plenty of time to get where we're going, so we can account for coming in contact with either a school bus or some equipment that may be, using the rural roadways during harvest. So we need to take our time, but also just encouraging our farmers to, add that safety factor, make sure those SMV emblems are visible, they're clean, free from debris, and use headlights, use lighting whenever possible. It's important that we don't become complacent. This time of year, maybe we've done something 100 times one way and we've gotten away with it, but it just takes that one time for an incident to occur. So make sure that you're doing your part to be visible. Make sure that we're doing our part when we're on the road to be cautious and be patient. And I think we'll all make it home safe at the end of the night.
Couldn't agree more. Well, Jana, if folks want to learn more about the Progressive Agriculture Foundation, they want to talk about having a safety day possibly in their community or more, what's the best way to do that?
Best way is to visit our website, www.progressiveag.org. We are excited. We're just getting ready to approve applications for 2023, so it's not too late. Someone could take part in our program at any time. They just need to find our Get Involved button or Get Involved tab, and they can go right to an interest form. Let us know that they're interested in hosting a safety day. We now have 3 delivery modes. So we have our tried and true community-based and school-based programs, and we have a new classroom program where we can actually take the safety day right into the classroom. They let us know what they're most interested in, and we'll follow up and we'll get them started.
Fantastic. Well, again, you can learn more as well. Again, online, progressiveag.org. With that, Jana Davidson with the Progressive Agriculture Foundation. Appreciate the time. Thanks for joining us. We'll talk to you again soon.
Thanks, Jesse.